were the ones. Somebody has to be left behind. So let them go so you can grow. What's up, it's Gene? This word to be great. I think one of the biggest challenges in life is letting people go. See, when we have people in our life that don't have the same values as us, they're not on the path to our greatness or whatever it is we're trying to accomplish. One of the toughest things to do is to let them go because you probably like the person, they're fun to be around. But the truth is, if you have these individuals in your life and you're not willing to cut ties with them, what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself not doing the things you need to do in order to reach your full potential. I remember when I was growing up on the streets, I had a good friend of mine we're going to call Stanley. And Stanley and I used to hang out all the time. Now, Stanley had a goal of one day being a rapper. He wanted to sell his mixtapes in the hood. And that was his thing. He really wanted to do that. And I had a different vision for my life. I wanted to go off and, possibly play college basketball, go to college, hoping to play in the NBA. But my main goal was to get out the hood itself. And what I realized over time is that Stanley and I, we didn't have the same values. We didn't have the same vision. And if I wanted to do the things I want to do, I was going to have to let him go so he could go on and do the things he wanted to do. And that's what I did. I let Stanley do his thing. I did my thing. I focused on my basketball skills. I focused on my grades and things like that. I did go off to play college basketball. I didn't make it to the NBA. And Stanley went out to try to, have his music career. He became, making music in the hood, sold his mixtapes and things like that. Now, not too long ago, Stanley reached out to me, and it's been years since I talked to him. He got my phone number from a family member. He sent me a text message. He was asking me some of the things I was doing, and I told him. And then I asked him what he was doing. And Stanley was still in the hood. He was still trying to sell music. He was still trying to do his thing. Now, mind you, this is years later. He hasn't had much success at it, but he was still trying to do it. And I thought to myself, like, wow, if I would have went down the path that Stanley went down, I would still be in the hood. But because I let him go so I could grow, I didn't find myself in the hood. I didn't find myself doing the same things. And you have things you want to do in your life, and you have to realize that when you have people in your life you like a lot, or you may be friends with, you may be close with them. If y'all don't have the same values, if y'all don't have the same vision, you have to leave those individuals behind. You have to let those people go so you can grow into the person that you know you want to be. You see, a lot of us, we're too nice. We want to keep people in our life. We want to just keep them around because we like them around. But the truth is this: if you keep those individuals around and you don't allow yourself to grow into the person that you want to be, you're gonna stay where they are, and you're never ever gonna reach your potential. But if you leave those individuals behind, not because they're a bad person, not because you hate them or anything like that, and you allow yourself to grow, then you can start to become the vision that's inside of you. And until you have the mindset to put yourself first, to allow yourself to grow as an individual, you will never, ever, ever realize the great potential side of you, because you're trying to hold on to people in your life that should be there for a season. And you have to realize that if you try to keep that person beyond the season in which they're supposed to be in your life, you're going to stay in the season in which you are. You're not going to be able to get to the level that you envision yourself to be. And see, many of us, we look at our lives and we say to ourselves every day, like, man, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But we don't take the consideration that the people that we're surrounding ourselves with, they don't want much out of life. They don't want to execute. You got people in your life right now, they start a dream today, they quit tomorrow. They do this, they do that. They're very wish-washy. They don't even commit to anything. And you're an individual, you want to commit to a dream. You want to commit to a goal. But if you have people around you that are not committed to anything, they're not trying to build anything, they're not trying to go after stuff in life, you're going to stay at the level in which they are at. But if you leave those people behind and allow yourself to grow, then you'll start to realize the things that you truly want. You see, I had my birthday not too long ago, and I sat down and I asked myself about some of the relationships I had in my life. And I realized that I didn't have the same values, I didn't have the same beliefs as certain individuals. And then I start to question those relationships. I say, Gene, you're sitting here talking to people that don't have your values. You don't have their beliefs. You're not going in the same direction as them. Why do you have these individuals in your life? They're not bad individuals. And what I start to notice is that some of the people in my life, They have started dreams, they have quit. They're not getting simple things done in their life. They're not executing on stuff. And I'm busting my butt. I'm doing courses. I'm getting certifications. I'm writing books. I'm building a YouTube channel. I'm doing all these things. I'm building a business. They're not building anything. And so some of the things that will appeal to them wasn't appealing to me. And what I realized is that I have to let these individuals go. I have to leave them behind. Those are their values. Those are the things they want. Those are not the things that I desire. It's nothing wrong with those things. There's nothing wrong with those individuals. But we're not going in the same direction. So I had to make the decision to let those people go, leave them behind, and continue to grow as an entrepreneur, to continue to grow as a business owner, continue to grow so I can reach my potential. And a lot of you guys, you have to do the same thing. You have to leave people behind so you can grow. Grow into the areas of your life that you want to have success. Because if you're not willing to leave people behind, not because they're bad people, not because you have anything against them, you will never grow into your full potential because you have told yourself you rather keep people around you who think average. They don't want to do more in life. They are settling for mediocrity, or they're settling for the thing that they feel they're comfortable with. If you want to get to the next level, you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. You have to tell yourself every day that I'm going to do the things that's going to allow me to grow. I'm going to execute on my dreams. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to be resilient even when I don't feel like it. I'm going to be resilient even when I have disappointment, because that is the only way you're going to be able to realize that great vision inside of you. So I want to encourage you to leave people behind so that you can grow, because you are worthy to be great. If you like this video, I want to ask you to like and share this video. Also, hit that bell so anytime I post a new video, you are notified. I also want to ask you to join my Word to Be Great newsletter. This newsletter is designed to help you build your self-worth, your self-discipline, and your self-confidence so you can realize your dream. So click the link below and join my newsletter today.